morning. It isn't actually morning, it's about 2 p.m. It's a snow day, so it's snowing outside. We are getting ready right now to go on a walk outside so I can film the snow and so we can get specimens for this week's A Year in the Nature Journal. So maybe we're looking for a twig that has moss or lichens on it. I'm hoping to just have a cozy weekend. It looks like we're not going to be going anywhere, so we'll have a weekend at home. I have a pot of veggie chili on the stove, and I guess that's my only plan for the rest of the day. Is just, we're going to go for a walk, I'm going to find some twigs, going to eat some veggie chili. I do have a very exciting new development to show you. Hey Dewey. Hey baby girl.
Look, Goody.
A little heart. That's cute. Something's been walking over here. A deer, mayhaps?
Looks like fingerprints.
Okay.
A clump.
A clump?
I think that's cow shit. Yay.
Little critter prints. Something walked this way. Wow. Is it just because the snow was coming from this direction? So it just stacked up against it? That's cute. Look at this curvy one. What kind of tree is this? It has a crumpled bark. Look at that pile of stuff.
Me twigs?
Oh, we made it all the way back to the
Perimeter.
yeah, the perimeter. Look! There's a cozy hole under this thing. Under this tree.
Yeah.
I wonder if something's down in there. I can't tell if it, like, goes any deeper. Yeah, livable.
Is that a plow?
Is it? It is.
What the hell? Huh. We'll just be stuck at our house because I don't think
Snowplows don't come out.
yeah, they've never plowed this road. this the perfect stick?
I don't have any feelings about that stick.
Is that good or bad or nothing?
I wish I had a stick that I had feelings about. What's this? That looks like something. Oh. Wow.
It's really looking.
Yeah. Well, we can take both of them, I guess, because they have different types of lichen. That's a good spot.
That,
Yeah. Wow. Look how pretty the little shaggy evergreens look.
yeah.
The cedars. I like that little point way up there. Do you see it?
On the tree?
Yeah. What'd you say?
Bones are chilled. Steaks.
This is what I'm going to use as the meat base in the chili. I've never used these before, so I'm going to brown them in a pan before I put them in the chili, so I can see how they look after they're cooked.
Mmm.
Good afternoon. It is about 3 p.m. on Saturday. I've spent the entire morning dyeing a vest, so I don't know if you can tell. My hands are blackened. My fingernails look disgusting. So I'm thinking I'm going to do this week's nature journal off camera, and instead I'm going to pick up an old project that I started a while ago, and it's something that I've been working on for a couple of years now, but so sparsely that I barely have anything made for it. All my artwork is on my bulletin board. Let me take it down real quick and I can show you what I have. This piece is fairly old now, so you may have seen it around. It used to be a print in my Etsy shop. It's a pileated woodpecker with northern red oak leaves and post oak leaves. And then I have a gray squirrel with I didn't write it down, but I believe these are northern red oak leaves. And then in this one, I was trying something a little different from what I normally do. So I wanted a monochromatic tree silhouette in the background. And then the components of the oak tree painted in color in the foreground. So this is a white oak, and here I have a cherry gall on one of the leaves. The silhouette of the oak tree I was painting with my walnut ink, and I remember I thought it would be really cool to do acorn ink. So I tried making acorn ink and it didn't go to plan. It was really hard to get the tannins out, and then it molded really fast, even though I put alcohol in it to prevent molding. If you have any ideas on what I should do with these, let me know. I was thinking maybe, initially I was working on a zine, but then I was thinking maybe I could do calendars. I have video clips where I began this piece, and I was talking about the reasons behind this series, basically, so I might put that in so you guys can see it. Good afternoon. It is September 6th today. I went this morning to do volunteer work at the park for the first time. My plan was to have a wander around the park afterwards, but in the end I just didn't feel like it. So a thought I had was to bring back a project that I had started last autumn, and I barely started it. It was pretty much just a thought. So if you know me, you know that I love oak trees. This is from oneearth.org. It says, up to 2,300 species are known to be associated with oaks, and that doesn't include all of the fungi or any of the bacteria and other microorganisms which create a symbiotic home with the oak. The 2,300 species consists of some 38 bird species, 229 bryophytes, so I believe that's mosses, 108 fungi, 1,178 invertebrates, 716 lichens, and 31 mammals. So that is a lot of species that rely on the oak tree or live in its environment. This is a list of some of the animals who eat acorns. So this list says deers, gray squirrels, red squirrels, chipmunks, wild turkeys, crows, flying squirrels, rabbits, possums, blue jays, quail, raccoons, and wood ducks. It says more than 100 U.S. vertebrate species eat acorns. That's a lot of species that rely on acorns, and obviously because of that they rely on oaks. And here's another excerpt that says, what is the role of the oak tree in the ecosystem? Oak woodlands play a critical role in protecting soils from erosion and landsliding, regulating water flow in watersheds, and maintaining water quality in streams and rivers. Oak woodlands also have higher levels of biodiversity than virtually any other terrestrial ecosystem. This is in California specifically. The more ancient an oak becomes, the more life it's able to support. As it moves into the monumental stage, the array of cracks and crevices offers a perfect framework for life. Yeah, I'd really like to continue my research and pick up where I left off. Let me show you what inspired this project. So this is a painting that I made in September, I believe. It's a pileated woodpecker with post oak leaves and northern red oak leaves. And he's sitting on a lichen covered log. So even though this painting wasn't in my nature journal, it was inspired by one of the entries in my nature journal. So one of my written entries. It was the first time I had seen a pileated woodpecker. And I really wanted to make a painting. And it just had me thinking, what other species like oaks? What other species like acorns? And just finding out the amount of species that oak trees support is amazing. I have a sketch here that I already started, and this I also started last year. I feel like your chances of seeing what's on this paper is pretty much zero, but it's a gray squirrel. So this I started last year, and I figured I would just pick up where I left off. I wanted to show you the little book that I was using for reference for this artwork. So you can see I have lots of tree species selected. This is an oak. It's a bur oak. Here's a sugar maple. It's an old vintage golden guide to trees. Used to belong to my grandmother, so it's kind of falling apart. But my initial thought was it's a great way to see the silhouette of the mature trees, because it has the full tree, and it can be really hard to find photographs online of the full tree silhouette. So I was using this book as my reference. Let's see if we can find the white oak. So this is what I was using, and you can see I've even used the silhouette of this as well as the general shape of the leaf bundle. And I'm not worried about it being too similar to the original. The whole composition is different, and I have extra, what is that? And I have extra components in here as well. And the silhouette of the tree is pretty different from what's in the book. It's just the silhouette of the tree is more of a guide for how the limbs lay and fullness in the leaves. I also wanted to show the leaves in a couple different color variations. So a couple different seasonal variations. So this one looks more autumnal, starting to change color, and this one is more green. And of course this is the one with the cherry gall.